Hey people, Indrid here, welcome to what is going to be a look at Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. A new video game set to release November 15th. This is technically a pre-release version, so there could be issues and the like, you know how it goes. It's kind of a mix between the rebooted XCOM games and Darkest Dungeon, kind of. And we're going to press some buttons and see if a video game happens. There we go. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. Grim darkness, you could say. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleets serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. Sounds pretty grim. Cool music. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the imperial war machines within gigantic foundries, known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. Skitarii are pretty cool. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age, or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. So this game is current in the timeline of Warhammer 40k, so this is the Dark Imperium storyline where Cadia fell and a whole bunch of chaotic warp storms flared up and split the Imperium in two. I'm guessing the two are related, but I think they kind of try and leave it ambiguous. Also, there's some Eldar stuff going on and all that. It's nice to see a Warhammer 40k game set in the current timeline. These fellas don't talk, they just make noises. Pretty cool noises though, I quite like what they came up with. Faustinus, this guy seems to be the bloke in charge. Something going on in the New Sphere. New Sphere is kind of like a very, very fancy computer / communication / scanning device type thing, as far as I can tell. He's talking about the Dark Imperium storyline, I think. We are weaker than ever. Silva Tenebris, so this is where we're going. One of those long lost planets. 4 months later, I guess it took us a while to get there. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I've seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, I have woken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes, threats to body and soul. But by the Omnissiah I have found such wonders. Have you guessed who the enemies are yet? I mean, it's not exactly a secret. You can see them in the screenshots and stuff. This is Majos Rezak we were listening to then. The fellow who went missing. Scavola. Hypothesis, he found something. You're very astute. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence and, if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide, that's the massive amount of warp storms that's dividing the Imperium, I believe, means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Looks like Scavola is into it. I have played a bit of this game, and his characters seem pretty cool. But from what I can tell, and I've only played a small amount, you don't actually play as them, which I found strange. I assumed those would be the fellows we'd be taking into missions and stuff. It doesn't seem to be that way. I've only played a couple of missions, but I wasn't playing as those fellas. Eastern Fringe, planet Silva Tenebris. Coordinates, pi. Again, some cool music in this game, I think. I wonder if the soundtrack is available. I'm still coughing. My apologies. I'll try to mute my mic when I can. Nurgle still blesses me. I don't know a huge amount about the current Mechanicus stuff. They've got a bunch of new units and war gears and latest codex, I think. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere, standard, breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. This is Kepra. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in stable orbit, Magus. This guy's just a skull. Didn't know servo skulls are kind of so involved in like decision making and stuff. Single colony, St. Eckhart's Hope on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Servo Skull Redditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magus. I'll set up forward command post. Rezak's transmission looked like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances and all that stuff. Agrolek sector located. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. I wonder what it could be. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. More hints. Then the sword of the Omnicide ready to fall. We deployed immediately. Let secrets of this world equals 0. Scavola's weird. Videx is like your hardcore zealot character, I guess. He's always quoting scripture. He's got some candles on his back. So it's too deep to destroy from orbit. We have to get in there. Which is handy because we wouldn't have a video game otherwise. The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magus. There's no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower, especially when the potential of morale threats exists in the Skitarii. I think that's meant to be like mortal threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. Maybe? I'm not sure. So it's got a weird sentence. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I shall lead the mission in person from the ground. From the command throne, sorry. Servo Skull Redditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnicide be praised. We're going in. There is Redditus, I guess, in the top left corner over there. Curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've got our team down here. We've got 2 maguses, an apprentice, and a magus, I should say, and a bunch of servitors. You can get more fellas and more different types of troops and all that, but we'll see that later. So we're going to explore over here. This exclamation point means there's some kind of event in that room. This is the kind of darkest dungeon kind of bit. But there are some other mechanics laid on top of this later on. These Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. My undo is Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched corruptive. I guess this guy died to Necron shooting his face. This could be a rare sample of Necron language, Magus. You have barely any knowledge of it, collecting data and stuff. This guy's not in favor of anything weird. Show caution and scorn in all things. I like that guy. Yeah, which is just telling you about, hey, sometimes events happen and your decisions make a difference. Ahead is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. So we can scrutinize it, examine the inscriptions on the obelisk, we can secure it, check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers, and scourge it. Destroy the obelisk. It is a monument to the alien and must fall. I think we're going to be very brutalist here. We're going to scourge it. Last time I secured it. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there. Something huge. Oh well. Noctilith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. Oh hey, we got some Blackstone. This is used to upgrade or level up your troops. Level up your mages, I should say. I guess it's most likely used for other things as well. It's important, let's say. Continue on. It tells you quite handily when you're going to face enemies most of the time, it seems. Nothing in there, so we go on. Can't look at my fellas here, which seems strange. At least I don't know how. Like look at their equipment or anything. Rezak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says that they are deadly as they are inhuman. The cohort being us, encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs. Not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. So we can be cautious. Which, I'm not sure what that would do. Maybe give us more places to start or something. Crusade, aggressive stance. Maybe that will give us an initiative bonus for the battle. Or consistency, follow the established combat engagement protocols, which is maybe neither. Let's crusade, let's be aggressive here. The aggressive stance ensures that they will not be outmaneuvered, but risk their running headlong into the fire of the enemy. What could go wrong? Cool screen there. And now we are into the tactical layer of the game. Turn base, you can see the turn order up here. Xenos form detected. Okay. This guy is excited, old Scaevola. Is it a lady? I don't know. I think it might be a female magus. I think they refer to that Scaevola as her later on or something. It must. Captrix, another character coming in. She's definitely a female. We got Warhammer 40k boobs over here. Do not underestimate gas weaponry, highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct. Yep. Necrons are all about that reconstructing. Okay, so visually, yeah, what do you want now? This is the battle arena view. Using the new sphere, we can look at stuff and control it. Well done. This is where we deploy. So it doesn't let us deploy our servitors here. Usually you can deploy your troops, but it costs you these things, cogitator points. We'll go into that later on. So we've got Jeremiah, we've got Menarius. Jeremiah, you can just go over here, buddy. Menarius, who's got a melee weapon. You can head over this side. And let's start. Yes, I know. So there's not a traditional action point system. You can use all of your actions, but there are special actions that require these cognition that you can pick up in various ways, such as running up to these pylon things. Cognition points. And they will automatically grab it. There's also abilities that can give you cognition, and there's the servitors actually are pretty cool because they are very much fodder, and every time they take damage you gain a cognition point. So now with this cognition point we can move, as you can see, into this orange area, kind of like using all of your action points to move in XCOM. None of our weapons yet. Our weapon and our servo skull. We can use our servo skull here to gain... Go away. We can either either scan an enemy to find out what kind of armor it's got and what kind of hit points it's got, or we can use it to actually farm these cognition points so our fellas don't have to do it. So now we have 2. As you can see, an icon appearing over the Necron Warrior. As I get a bit closer, that means I can shoot it from there. I can't shoot it from where I currently am, I don't think. I can. We don't know how much damage it's going to do because we haven't scanned them. Boom. Some pretty nice effects. Visually, I think it looks decent. I mean, it's some nice atmosphere. I like this Necron tomb aesthetic, but the models themselves, not the greatest in terms of like texture quality. We can like zoom in here, as you can see. Decent, but basic. We can spin the view on the 4 cardinal directions at least. So as you can see, we can still move with this fella. We just can't use these right now. I guess we'll move up to here. Then the 2 Necron fellas go. They'll just shoot us. Do hideous amounts of damage. These 2 shield icons here, that's physical damage and energy damage. That's the amount of armor we have against those 2 damage types. As you can see, these guys doing energy damage. Quite painful energy damage. We've got enough cognition points to use a CP powered weapon. Yep, so this guy's pistol, this thing, the Phosphor Serpenta, needs, as you can see, those 2 cogs. It needs 2 cognition points to use. But it does a whole bunch of damage. And we can actually use it from here. First, I'm going to use the Servo Skull to harvest this. And then we're going to shoot this guy. And that one-shotted him. But since he's a Necron, he will get back up. Yep. So they will go into reanimation protocol mode. By default, I believe it is 3 turns, but there are things that can cause them to reanimate quicker. If you just do any more damage to them, they will die. Yes, I'm using the cognition point to go further. Not sure what that was. Oh, that was me going over the line, I guess. So I can use my melee weapon now. Note that if this guy tries to move away, I'll get an attack of opportunity. As you see there, triggers an opportunity attack. And I can't use my ranged weapons in melee range. So let's smack this guy. That will kill him. And I believe, from what I've seen, once a Necron reanimates and you down it again, it's gone for good. I don't think they will constantly reanimate. So if you can't get that final blow on it and it gets back up, you can still finish it off next time. So there's a new round coming. This allows us to call in reinforcements. You pay for your reinforcements using cognition points. All these things come back, telling us about the reinforcements now. And you can see, it seems you can deploy them wherever your mages are. So it's often perhaps a better idea to not deploy them at the start, so you can use your cognition points to attack and then deploy them right in the face of stuff. So we can get 2 of these servitors up. Oh, maybe not. I only had 1 cognition point. Yep, so these guys are troops. These fellas just have this basic melee attack right now. I think you can upgrade your troops and stuff, and of course get other ones at some point. They also have a trait in that, as I said, when they take damage, there we go, collect 1 cognition point when hit by an enemy. If you see this thing over here, this machine spirit on the right side, each weapon, does it let me look at the other fez? Yeah. See, each weapon on his equipment down there has a red bar. When that red bar fills up and it starts flashing, that means the machine spirit ability is unlocked. You just fill it up by using it, basically. So we did some damage there. Can't do anything else with this guy, though we'll keep him in melee range to get an attack of opportunity. Now it is Jeremiah who can shoot his gun. Now he is down for now. He will start reanimating. Oh, right. because we took them both down at the same time, it just ends it. All Xenos life forms purged. So that's the basic flow of things. And in between missions, of course, you will be upgrading your fellas, upgrading your technology. There's this interesting thing over here, initiative advantage. There's events as you go through the tomb that can change this to give initiative boosts to different sides. There are some other things too that we'll see in the next mission. Nothing in there. If you're wondering why do they even have rooms with nothing in them, it's because... This is Scavol going at it again. It's because the longer you're in a mission, the higher the threat gets. So you can go around collecting everything, but it'll take more time and the battles will become harder. In the chambers ahead are several groups of structures like upright coffins of an unknown material. So we can ignite them. Look around a bit and take pictures, or just ignore them. We're going to ignite them. We're going full aggro on these Necrons. Oh, we got a bunch of Blackstone. Awesome. Can't remember what I did the first time. Now we got another battle going. Does it seem like the number of Necrons you see here actually relates to what you're going to see in the battle? I don't think. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up as around your troops. A quick omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Let's fight them then. We got no other option. Yeah, again it's just 2 Necron warriors. Oh, look at this thing with 3 cogitators points on it. Would I harvest them all at once? Gonna start the battle here. I'm not gonna deploy my servitors yet. Ouch. Through pain I find wisdom. Note that we didn't heal up between fights there. Okay, I'm going to use this over here. Oh, we've got nothing to gain, dumbass. So can I shoot him from here? I can. Go here. And shoot him. We can zoom in. Which might be fun. An unknown amount of damage. Next turn. What's the hotkey for ending the turn? I need to find out. Ouch. I might lose this guy. We're definitely going to use our crazy gun. What is it called again? Phosphor Serpenta. Looks pretty cool. Oh, we didn't finish him off. We can axe him to death. Well, axe him down anyway. Oh, looks like we can attack across diagonals, which is handy. Yeah, no ranged weapons in melee. Fair enough. Oh, we got a cognition for that. I'll only get 1, it seems like. Yeah, fair enough. Here comes some scarabs. Which kind of sucks. We're going to deploy servitors all over the gaff. What are those? How do they not know? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Acquired. She's very excitable, Scavola. This is Razak and his archives that we're going through right now. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Predators, verify your cogitators, then tell me what surfaced from Magus Rezak's cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Synthetic, possible artificial intelligence. Once specimens were gathered, AI theory equals false. So they're good at repairing and building things. Videx, not happy. Okay. It's unclear why he would have encrypted his stuff, apparently. Oh, that thing refills. So let's get some servitors up. All of them. Done. We're gonna smack this guy. Boom. Servitors are cool. There's some really fancy ones with like tracks on them and massive plasma cannons. So it's telling us about attack of opportunity here. Unfortunately, it's only going to be one because you can only get one person in range of that guy. Boom. Unknown damage. I wonder if he can shoot my Major through these bodies kind of thing. He almost one-shotted my servitor, but that's okay. We actually get cognition for that thing taking damage. They take an interest, quickly noting down damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information. I think the combat system is pretty good. I mean, I'm impressed. So I'm in melee, I can't use this. These guys, I don't think, have any kind of melee attack. No. We moved away. Now we can shoot them. Doing an unknown amount of damage. I like that you have to scan stuff to see what's going on. Yeah, that's what we can do. Attack of opportunity kills that thing. Can only get one attack of opportunity per round per entity. Now it's your turn for reals. Let's go up here. Decent left hook they have, these guys. So this guy's counting down his reanimation. Boom! Got a crit there. And now we can finish off this guy. Oh, telling us about machine spirits now. The more you use a weapon, the more charged it becomes. Gets a buff. The red icon, that's this thing. So what do we get? Damn it, what was it? Oh, I think it should really tell you what the machine spirit does once it's charged, you would think. But I believe for the axe here, it causes the unit to be unable to move. That guy just teleported out though. I wonder. This costs 2 though, doesn't it? No, we can't shoot that fella from here. Let's just move up a little bit. End our turn. We can deploy more blokes. I don't think we'll need to though. I'd rather just keep that cogitator point, I think. He's down, and that should be it. No threat remaining. All of Xeno's life forms purged. And this thing is like a quest marker. Some decent presentation, this new sphere thing. Yep, this symbol indicates important stuff. Negative signs of hostile forces seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Go ahead. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge. And why the tomb is here. For the Necrons. Necron data looms. Who wants to help? Scaveola. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions. Deconstruct, activate, learn, and return later. He's not. I don't think she's very smart, Scaveola. She's like demented or something. Always so meticulous with your lists. I think he's being sarcastic. Can Magus be sarcastic? Engage on Xenos mechanisms. Engage on them. Although I detest to do so, the promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. I don't think the other fella beginning with V that I've already forgotten the name of is going to be too happy. Interference. Disconnect at once. Someone's getting hacked. It's the FBI. They found you. We'll fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavourable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. This is Dominus being Faustinus, this fella. Explain. Scavola's gone mental. Still fragmenting. Remove yourself from the noosphere, Scavola. Get out of there. Should have done that before. The tomb is waking. Reports from Skitarii cohorts across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitarii that were, covering the entrance to the tomb. Those guys probably died. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Get ready to fight.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet to burn, life yet to blossom. Is it truly time?
It's Agrolek. He can talk. Thrones of Mars, what was that? An omnilinguistic transmission. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
I remember when Necron started to talk in the fluff a bunch of years ago. Everyone got pissed. Well, some people did. Wanted to keep them as wordless robots, I suppose. But Games Workshop added some other ideas. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders? So we can fall back. Can try and capture this thing intact. Don't know how. Or stand our ground. So I tried to stand ground last time and got absolutely owned. It does say, hey, you're not expected to complete every mission. So just keep going, kind of thing. There are branching paths, and it's a very tough fight. Let's try it though. I don't know how you would capture it. Shall we try and capture it? Let's try capture. Maybe we'll get some of this blackstone out of it. Do our best. Oh, we still have to fight. Fair enough. How do you capture it intact? Oh, I just have to survive 6 rounds. Strive to obtain victory. It's a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. Many alternate paths, which is nice. I like that you can just fail and keep going and get more stuff happening. So, last time I just deployed everyone, and it didn't work out too great for me. The Void Admiral Agrolek is over here. We've got Necron warriors on the sides. I think we go for the ads first. That guy's really low. Let's get Manarius in. And maybe one servitor? Let's get 2 servitors in. They can go for that side. Okay. These guys unfortunately can't pick up these points over here, which is kind of annoying. But hey, they're servitors. Can this guy get a shot on me? He can! Ouch. Maybe I shouldn't have gone up so far. But I did get a cognition back for that. This guy's gonna talk.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as
I mean, it's a good question. So he has this ability that I've just seen there, where he changes his armor. He goes from like 4 physical armor and then switches it to 4 energy armor. Or it might be 5. So we just need to survive, remember? So we're going to run the hell away. And by us survive, it means these 2 fellas. They don't care what happens to servitors, I don't think. Oh, there's another fella down here. And down there. Oh, fair enough. More than I thought. So we're going to grab some cognition over here. This is the guy that's pretty low, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not in range. I'm in range of him here. He's only got 4 hit points. He could be one-shotted. Wasn't there another fella up here? Maybe I just can't see him. Let's do this. If he goes down, he goes down. As long as they both don't go down. And we can take a shot on this guy. And we got a crit, and that guy's gone. That was insanely lucky. When you critically kill a Necron, they're unable to reanimate. Awesome. That was great. I think there's a fella up here. I'm not sure if they spawn. You think maybe they spawn out of here? Well, I'm gonna... I don't know if this guy has a ranged attack. I don't think he does. I think it's just melee. Hence, being able to actually survive for 6 rounds. I'm just gonna kind of run. Spend another point. And run down here. Don't want this guy coming and shooting me. Well, he's done for. What turn are we in? Servitor has died. Do not worry. Nobody cares about servitors. And so on. So let's just avoid this guy as well. Let's just all head down to that bottom left corner. Use those guys as a meat shield. So I'm gonna head here. Use my servo skull to grab this. So that I have 4. And then flee. Oh, I can get a shot here. Let's do it. As you can see, he's got 40 hit points. We just did 7 damage. That was pretty good. Just sheer luck that he had his physical armor up and not his energy armor, I guess. So let's just leave. Just drop a bunch of reinforcements around us. Oh, it instantly grabs it. These are red, so maybe stuff does spawn out of here. So we'll put you down here too. Maybe draw some fire.
How dare these wretched things stand before the Void Admiral of Cesaragon?
What's Cesaragon? There's that Nightmare Shroud. Now he has energy armor. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Some decent animation there. Let's have a look at this guy's model, actually. Okay, and it's okay. Texture's a little bit bland, maybe. But that's kind of what Necrons are like, right? Don't think you have a shot on anything. Maybe there wasn't a guy up here. Can I look at where this guy is? Yeah, there isn't. Okay, then. Yeah, you can delay your turn, I suppose. Hey, you can delay your turn. You can only do it once. Hold on. This guy's coming this way now. How many? Oh, survive 4 rounds now. Man, that's going to be tough, I think. Don't think anything's spawning from here. I believe his melee attack is like AoE. Maybe we can get this guy in a firing position to shoot on this fella. He'll get another chance to do something. You could shoot this, but he's got energy armor on right now. so you won't do very much, and I'm definitely not getting into melee range. So let's just grab this. So I could fire upon him, I think. Oh, maybe not. Can't hit anything with this thing right now. To end your turn, can we get you into a firing position? We cannot. We don't know what way he's going to go. Oh, wait. If I go all the way over here, I can, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to stay where I am. Just keep getting this thing. Fascinating. We can't deploy anything else, unfortunately. So now I just kind of want my servitors over here to guard against this fella. And this fella.
When my fleet sails once more.
Well done. Nightmare Shroud again, so maybe we can get a good shot with this thing. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I didn't think he would move that far. Just did, what, 7 damage to me? What was that? 6, I think. I didn't have 10 hit points. And when I tried to move away, he's gonna... he's gonna get an attack opportunity. Can I really not shoot him? I'll throw it all the way up here. I probably won't do any damage because of his armor. But let's see. Nope, he absorbed it all. What about my servo skull? What can I grab? Just grab that. You can like upgrade your servo skull as you go on, I believe, and have it do other stuff. So these guys all do physical damage, so they're not going to do anything. I'd like to move you here, but when that guy attacks me, he might hit all of us, which would really suck. Let's put you here. So now that fella's in trouble. Mechanicus. It's not going to do anything. I will take an attack of opportunity. I assume. But I've got to try it and try and get a shot off with this thing. Let's try. How far can I get and still get a shot? Pretty far, it turns out. No attack of opportunity. Okay then. That was lucky. We've got a crit. Man, we've got 2 crits in this one mission. Oh, I could have used my servo skull to get one of these things back, I think. Just keep running from these fellas. So, he's going to switch to energy armor next time, I believe. Luckily, Necron warriors are pretty slow.
Do not think to challenge us. We who killed our gods.
Yeah, you're pretty chatty, aren't you? Energy armor's in. Oh boy. He lives! Well done, you! Where can I go and still get a shot? Up here. Gotta survive 2 more rounds. We might be able to do this. We do have a couple of servitors to at least absorb 1 attack each, maybe. Oh, we're machine spirited up. So we got more damage here. That's pretty nice. Okay. We got some reach with this weapon. Oh, I think he's taken up 4 squares, isn't he? So I want to try and make sure his AoE attack doesn't hit both of the servitors. 1 damage. Well done. Now, this, I don't have enough. It's better to save this to next turn. It might do a few points of damage, but next turn it would do them all. I could get in and do this, but I'm actually not meant to kill him, I don't think. So let's just keep him distracted. Uh-oh. I thought something was going to spawn out of there. Okay, Servitor. You're going to die. 2 damage, well done.
Can you heal?
It's like we're going to get this done. Oh man, he still hit them both. Get as far away as possible. Still says I can fire from here. But he absorbs it all. Maybe I'll lose just one of my Magus' solid 7 damage there. He's only on 10. We might have been able to finish him off if I played it differently. Last time I just rushed him and got absolutely destroyed by his AoE attacks. Oh, Xenos contained. We did it. The cohort successfully survived the Xenos life forms. Well done, fellas. What does that give me? Report, Kepra. Well, we got the squad out alive, Magus. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron war form of capability well beyond our expectations. Emotional engrams. Something else. Necrons are waking up. It started with when Razak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. The obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. No more time. Yep. Everyone's chipping in. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cause. Okay then. What are your orders, Magus? Skitarii will explore, maintain a foothold, deploy our tech priests to achieve crucial objectives, and so on. It's the game. Scavola's okay, I think. After she got hacked by the FBI. So Videx. Videx is cool. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Stop arguing, it's basically saying. And shall it be done? It shall be done. Okay. So it didn't die horribly. When I did die horribly, by the way, it didn't remove those 2 fellas from the game. I could still select them from the next mission. So I don't know if there is like a permadeath of your fellas. They're waking up. It seems Magus Razak accidentally began the process, and our intrusion hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. Locate these structures and contain. That may not be enough, Magus. I have detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate of Necrons are awakening. And the rate the Necrons are awakening, they are speeding up. Can you be certain? They're machines. Machines do things to Platons. Yep. Our time here is limited. So it's telling you here, hey, the longer you spend on missions, the harder they become. Discover other tombs and create 4 positions. If the threat on Silva Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before the full reanimation, we'll be forced to abandon the planet. Look at the top left corner of the screen. This is the Necron Awakening meter. This is your, guess your game over, or maybe like when it gets 100%, it triggers a final battle. Maybe. Not sure. Choose our missions wisely. Dominus did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Acropis sector located. This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves to not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge, and a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely that the only dangers here. Maybe Necrons are here. Then, welcome to the Castus Metallicon, an Arc Mechanicus class battleship. This is our base of operations. We are above the planet, I believe. From here, you'll be able to customize your tech priests and prepare for the missions ahead. You can select missions and all that stuff. Yeah, so as I said, kind of surprised that these fellas don't come to the missions. They're kind of just here to talk to us and give us missions and stuff. Which is a shame. They're kind of cool characters with some decent art over here. I'm liking these portraits. Doesn't even tell us the names of them. So this fella just tells us about general progress. We're in the Acropis sector. From the looks of this, there's 6 of them. So these fellas have new missions for us, but we're going to go up here. Welcome to the cohort quarters. Here you can see all the fellas. Yep. So at the top are the troops. We've only got the servitor at level 1. And down here are our 6 tech priest slots. So it looks like we have 5 troops at some point. I'm not sure what these 2 big things are. Maybe some kind of massive Mechanicus thing. They have big old servitors and robots and stuff, I think. They must. Dreadnought type things. So here's our tech. A whole bunch of categories. Looks like there's a bunch of stuff to unlock. Looks like you find them in missions, or you get them as rewards or something. And here are canticles. Canticles are basically like, prayers, incantations. So it gives us one for free, and you unlock them by doing the thing that it says. We get Litany of Life by default. We can also get this one, which gives us +3 physical to the next physical attack for not using any. So we'll try and do that in the next mission and unlock that. Let's have a look at our tech priests. We can't do anything with this fella right now from the looks of it. Can I really not spend... Doesn't seem like it. So let's have a look at Mechanicus. Yep. We've got a whole bunch of equipment slots, and each one is... They're all kind of limited by your augment capacity. Every time you level up, you get one of these unlocked, and you can put something else in, basically. So we've got an axe and a phosphor blast pistol. Not the same gun we saw before. This does energy damage. And this axe is also different. When the machine spirit is activated, you destroy some armor. So Mechanicus, we're going to try and get as a melee dude. But we may as well give him... Oh, we can't. We don't have the augment capacity. So if we go into disciplines, this is basically your skill trees, I guess skill paths. We have 6 disciplines. We've got Explorator, which is like mobility and scouting and stuff, but also when you get down to the final line, Traveler is pretty damn good for melee guys. If no ranged weapons are equipped, you get +1 damage, more movement speed, physical and energy armor, and plus 15% crit chance. Pretty good. What else we got here? Reveal enemy statistics when in range. The first one is more movement. We've got, hey, machine spirit attacks are more, and electric generators, whatever that is, cost less cognition points. This here are equipment that you unlock specific to each discipline as you go down the line. We've got Secutor, Masters of Man and Machine. So these guys, yeah, these guys, this is the discipline line to buff your troops. So here you see you get a special servo skull that can buff a troop, more damage, more movement, and crit chance, and so on. Command fire. Everyone, all the troops in range will attack on selected target. Pretty cool. We got some canticles over here. Cognitive canisters, whatever that is, -1 cooldown. And call in troops instantly anywhere on the map at the end there. So we've got Tech Auxilium. Often overlooked discipline. Oh, this is to buff. Yeah, to buff tech priests basically. Instead of buffing troops, you can buff the tech priests on your party with this line. Next weapon attack doesn't require cognition points to use. That's pretty strong. A cooldown of 3 on that. A servo skull that gives +1 physical armor permanently, or is this just? I'm not sure how this works. If this is an activated ability you use, or hey, you just get 1 physical armor. That's what it seems. Tech priest gains 1 physical armor. Choose between 2 canticles. Refractor field generators gain -1 cooldown and +2 field defense. And Overzealous, cast a canticle for free. And you can use it again. Over here, Lex Mechanic. What have we got? Oh, this is kind of a support role. It's all about getting cognition points. This first one seems very strong. Just generate a cognition point at the beginning of the unit's turn for doing nothing. Cognition point for killing a target. Scanners have -1 cooldown. Oops, I clicked by accident. And this thing, Engine Seer. This is your healer. This thing gets rid of debuffs and passively they last 1 less turn. This is a heal. Passive, 1 at the end of each turn. Heals target for 3. Curatio Claws. -1 cooldown and restore 2 more hit points. Curatio Claws are a self-healing item that you can get. And a canticle. Restore all hit points on tech priests. Restore all hit points on troops. That's pretty good. Benediction. And Dominus is about kind of ranged fighting. This first one's pretty good. Enhanced weapons +4 range for ranged weapons is pretty nice. Deals 1 damage. Guess that's like sending out your servo skull to damage them. Guaranteed 1 damage. Machine spirit attacks do more damage. -1 cognition point to use whatever that is. And this thing. With no melee weapons, that's like a specialized ranged guy. Doesn't let you see the equipment unlocks for some reason. So for Manarius, I'm going to give him this movement range boost to try and get him down to here. Yes, we use Blackstone, and it gives us an augment slot, as you can see. Okay. Yep, so we're going to give him the pistol, because that's all we can give him right now. And over to Jeremiah. I think I'm going to give him the, hey, a free cognition point at the beginning of every turn, which is awesome. And then after that, we will take him down Dominus, I think, once we get some more Blackstone. So, close. Now he has some slots. He can take both the weapons as well. Alrighty then. Can't do anything there. Mission. So we've got 2 missions to choose from, I suppose. The Killing Jar. Tech Acquisitor Scaevola wishes to begin her research into the secrets of Necrons and has asked for specimens of the enemy to be gathered from the tomb of Acropis. So we have to collect Necron samples. We get an axe, Curatio Claw, and a bunch of Blackstone. Looks like it's easy with just Necron warriors and some scarabs What about you, Videx? Winds of Change. Lector Dogmatis Videx, some awesome words, has requested the deployment of a sensor servitor to fumigate the tomb of Agrolek and cleanse its spiritual corruption. It stinks, basically. We will get a macro stubber, which is the gun I think we had before, which is pretty nice. Cooldown. Is this the one that uses cogitator? It doesn't tell me. Cognition points even. Oh, this has a cognition cost. This doesn't, I suppose. An Omnispecs. Target has 50% chance to miss you with this attacks for 1 round. That's pretty good. And a bunch of Blackstone. Both give us the same amount of Blackstone. This gives us a new axe. This gives us also this. This gives us a new pistol. How do those things compare to what we've got? Just 2 to 4 with Machine Spirit to immobilize. This is 2 to 4 with Machine Spirit plus 1 damage. So our current pistol is 1 to 2 with plus 1. And this is 3 to 5. So I'm actually liking this axe better. We'll go for the new pistol then. Over here, we'll go for Videx's mission. We'll also get this Omnispecs. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Curatio Claw. But we'll have a go at this. But we'll do that next time because it's already over an hour long. Thank you for watching, guys. Check back in for the next episode if you want to see more. If not, go and grab the game. Seems alright. Comes out November 15th on Steam and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.